the co-venture partners. Okay, here's the bottom line. So you have an expert investor who brings their experience, the time to manage over 5 years, and the skill to manage. And that's not just property managing, because you can pass that on. That's financial managing, running all the meetings. And that's also asset managing, making sure that the buildings are going up in revenue and going down in expense. Okay, that's my job as the expert investor. That's your job. Now, the property holder is the person who brings the down payment, the mortgage, and the closing costs. And together, this building is purchased. But I say property holder here because I'm bringing no money and not qualified on the mortgage, on title, it's not going to be my name. It's going to be their name. But there's going to be a document that states that they are holding this property in trust for my beneficial interest. And the agreement will state all the rules. It's like a 26-page agreement, which will define how I benefit and how they benefit and all the rules. Like I'm getting 50% of the cash flow, 50% of the depreciation, but I'm doing all these activities for it. And therefore, we generally split it that way. We go cash flow, mortgage pay down, and appreciation. All of that gets split 50-50. Now, I can see the cash flow right away over the next 5 years, every single month. But the appreciation and mortgage pay down doesn't really, I don't realize it until I actually refinance the building and they pay me out. So we bought it for $1 million. 5 years later, it's worth $1.8 million. We refinance, pull some money out, and that increase from the $1 million to $800,000, half of that's mine, $400,000. And they'll just pay me out and I'll walk away and they keep the building. So I just raised their kid for the first 5 years. I'm like a nanny, okay? And that's how it generally is. Now, once I do that a few times, I can have enough money to buy my own building and have somebody else be the nanny. And that's important. Now, another joint venture that you see out there is this. This person here provides a down payment, the closing costs, the mortgage, the reserve fund, and this person provides everything else, all the work. Now, would you see that these are doing 50-50 worth of work? 3 minutes, 9 months. There's a big difference there. So this is who we are. We're the ones carrying the baby and we're raising the baby for the next 5 years. And don't tell me it's fair. And in fact, every time I do a joint venture, after about 6 months to a year, I'm like, man, it should have been like 90 for me, 10 for them. Their money is nothing. I'm doing all the work. So this is a great example of a joint venture. Examples of the systems. I show them how I study the area. That could take 60 hours of my time in studying the area just to find the property. And then I go through all the numbers with them. And that can take me another 60 hours of analyzing lots of properties to figure out what's good. And then I go through how to put the right offers in and the right clauses to protect them. And that could be another 30 or 40 hours having to put 2 or 3 sets of offers in to find that property. And then I have to go through my due diligence, go through like 21 of these things to figure out, are we buying the right property? Have we caught every mistake? Every mistake I catch will save them over $150,000 over a period of time. So not only do I get them a better price and I get them increased revenue and reduced expense, I'm also going to save them on having to fork out money for a roof or an elevator or a balcony. That could be $150,000 because we're going to catch these mistakes ahead of time. And then on top of it all, I'm going to go through and walk the inspection with the inspector and the appraiser and also the phase 1 environmental, as well as go through all the property management systems to make sure that the property manager is managing correctly. And I might even be the manager for the first 6 months. But over a period of time, that's a lot of time that I'm putting into this. And I'm just showing you and showing them what I'm doing to earn that partnership. And then how about repairs and upgrades for the next 5 years? I get the 2 a.m. phone call from the property manager. They're sleeping.